Hello, welcome to my channel. As you can see on the screen is the website named LeetCode. It's very popular for people who want to practice for coding interview. And this is the list of all the problems suggested by LeetCode. I already did the first problem yesterday, but I have some problem with live streaming, so I cannot record the whole progress. Yesterday, I will record with the new problem, the second one, named add two numbers. And you can see it is a medium problem. That means it's not so hard, but it's not so easy. So let's start. On the left side, you can see the description of the solution. So we will be given two non-empty linked list set representing two non-negative integers. So it will be from 0, bigger than 0. And the digits are stored in reverse order. And each of their nodes contain a single digit. Add the two numbers and return it as a linked list. You may assume the two numbers do not contain any leading zero except the number 0 itself. So, for example, we will have the input 2, 4, 3 plus 5, 6, 4. And that input represent for 342 plus 465. And the result is 807. So I think with this one, we only have to iterate from the first node in the linked list until the last node. Here in the right side is the place where we can put our code, and there is a definition for the singly linked list that they already done for us. So there's a this class is a list node with the value in is integer, and the next node so this one is used to initiate a new node with a value. This one is a value with next. So here we will have the list node L1 and list node L2. So L1 is the head of the first linked list, and L2 is the head of the second linked list. I will do iteration, go through it. So let's say why true. So we do that. So the most we have to create a new list node name result with the value is 0. And at first we will set result value equal to L1 value plus L2 value. So we have to have a carrier if the new value we already have is bigger than 9, so we have to put the carrier equal to 1 and result dot value equal to result dot value. We only get the last digit of the summary. So it means here we also have to plus carrier. I get here we have to do some kind of head. So here we will have the result, and here we have to create a new node, current sum. We will set it to the value -1. So and we will have if head dot value is equal to -1. So it means that we didn't calculate the head before. We will set the head equal to current sum. Else in case that we already have the head, we will set the current node next equal to current sum. And then we will set the current node to current sum. Then it seems like we already did the iteration, but the most important is that we know when we have to stop. Like when there's no more LA, L1 or L2 disease. So we have to check whether if LA dot next equal to none or LA dot then we will have the so here at the end we have to let LA equal to LA dot next. Then L1 equal to L1 dot next. L2 here is different from not equal. So here we have to have some integer L1 value and integer L2 value. So here if we have LAs, we will set LA to the next node, but if not, we will set the LA value to 0. And we will do the same one for LA for L1 and the same one for L2. And if L1.next equal to none and L2.next equal to none, we have to break this iteration. And finally, we will return head. And here we have to make sure that we also always set the carrier equal to 0 if the current sum is smaller or equal to 9, because if not, it may have the previous value, like from the previous summary addition. Let's see. It seems like I need another symbol here. Wrong answer. Oh, so it have only 7. Okay, let me see. I don't know how to make it bigger. It's so small. Okay, good. Here. So the problem is on the cursor. So first, equal to current sum. Okay, so we always have to do this first. We always have to set the current node equal to current sum, and then set the if, then we have head equal to current node. I think I should put here into next sum, next node, current next node. Let's see. Okay, so we may start by doing this manually. Here we will have So we already calculate correctly the first two digits, but the problem is it doesn't show the last one, the number 8. Here we have L1 value is 2, L2 value is 5. Then we have the first node is 7 and carrier is 0. Oh, so problem here is that if we already have this, so it equal already have head, we have to put it here. So we always this I should put next node. So if we didn't have any head, it will be the next node, the node with only the value. And current node is also head. But if we already have the head, so we have to put the current node next equal to next node. So we have a link there, and then current node will move to next node. So it can run the next time. It will be like that. So here the head will be the node with only 7 in value and no next. But with the current node is equal to head, so it only has the value. And the second one we run this loop, we will see that the value is 0 and the carrier is 1. And we will set the current node next to the next node that we just calculate with the value 0. And then after we connect it to the next node, we will put the current node move to the next node so that we can have another iteration. So let me check again whether it's run well or not. Again, wrong answer. I think here I have to check what is the result that so So I will print current node here to see what happened. So we have here 7 is the value, the first value, and 6 and 6. Why? Oh, so here we have 7 and 4 and 6. So that's good. And the next time we have 0 and 3 and 4. Oh, that's why. Because I put that break here. So after I move L1 and L2 forward, it both is null now. The next is both null now. So I have to put it here. It means that if both of that finish, we don't have any disease in both the input number. We don't have to do anything else. We have to break. So let's see, maybe this time I think it will run correctly. Okay, so finally, let I move this one. And we may check some specific case like 0 and that's one. Let me try whether we can add multiple test case or not. Okay, good one. And let's try and we have so the result should be 0 0 4 2 2. Yeah. Okay, and whether How about 0 and 0? Okay, it's good. So now we can submit it. Wrong answer. So with 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Let's see. Oh, just that's the problem when we don't use the carrier in the next one. So let's see if we have to, here it's not that, only the break. We have to that. We have to check whether if the carrier is bigger than 0. So we have to create a new node like this. We have to, with the value is 1, and we have to set the current node is the next. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake when use the Control S, so it's save it. Okay, so here we will have this. So let's see, 5, 5, or maybe 5 and 6. Oh, sorry, we already have the next node here, so we only have to put. So I guess here I have to create another one. Carrier node and set it here. Okay. So it's okay. It's success, and it's faster than 74% of Java submission. So it's above of average, but it's not the best solution. Let's see how can we improve it. So I think here I can calculate the head outside of the while. So there's no need to check the if one every time we iterate. So we calculate the head node here. We have the head value is first one. So we will initiate the current node and other value. Here it will be a little bit different, like when we come here, we will check whether the L1 and L2 is okay or not. Okay. Oh, the new way is much slower. So we should use the first submission. Oh, I forgot to put out this print out. Maybe that make it so slow. Yep, okay, so we have the same speed, but use more memory than the previous way. Let's see how other people did it. So here we have the solution. So it seems the same like the way I did before. So here in the example, they even have a known list. So they write it in a very simple way that this is the LA value and this is the L2 value. So they put this one, the L1 is not known and L2 is not known here. Okay, so they put the carry is bigger than 0 outside of the iteration. Just it can make the program run faster. So here we will move it. And then here we will have null and L2 is not null. So we will set the L1 value equal to, if L1 is not null, it will equal to L1 value. If not, it will equal to 0. And we will have the same with L2. And here we will have, if and the same for L2. The only problem is that because we already calculate the head here, we have to move the L1 and L2 forward. Oh, a mistake. Okay, let's see how they did it here. Also, they calculate inside dummy heads. What is dummy head? Oh, that's a great idea. So they use a dummy head that they never use. After that, yeah, that's a great idea. So we may have this one here. Carrier is 0. And we have a fake head is a new node with the value 0. And we don't have to move it. And we can use it here. Equal to fakeHead. So and then here we will return the fakeHead next. So it should work, but we have to check again. So here we have a fakeHead and the current node equal to the fakeHead, and if both of that null, we don't iterate. If at least one is not null, we have here. We take the value, we calculate the next value, and then current node next is next node. Okay. So it seems okay. But if the L1 next is null, so the L1 is null in the next part. Okay, so let me run the code. Oh, it should be the question mark, sorry. Yep, my brain need time to warm up with coding. So this is the only, okay. Okay, it seems good, but let me try with another date. So it seems like two number cannot be null at the same time. Oh, so it cannot be null. Okay, let me see. Oh, 5 here. This one. So let's see what is the wrong answer. Okay. So this is the second one. So the first situation is when both of that are null. So if one is null and L2 is null, then return your list nodes rate 0. Okay, and oh sorry, Control S again. And the last one is that when L2 is much longer than L1. It didn't return the good result here is supposed to be 00H56, but we only have 008. So it means that it stopped when only L1 stopped. Oh, that's because of the Y. So it should not be like that. It should be Y only at least one number is not null. So it will run the iteration, the loop. So okay, so now we have the good result. So let's see whether this is faster than the first way or not. I think it's the same the same algorithm, just a little bit different in the technique. Yep, it's much faster. Okay, so we finished the second problem today. Thank you for being with me, and I will come back with the next problems. Have a good day. Bye bye.